As I got another rhyme, another rhythm for y'all to listen. I'm never quitting on my mission. I'ma roll with what I'm giving. Got some ambition, this new edition, filling positions. Looking at the void in myself and feeling what's missing. Better watch the way you going. Better go in the right direction. In the moment you stressing, but you gon' be counting blessings. And I know that for certain. Keep on working, open curtains. Haters swerving, cause they ain't ready for your final version. Whoa. I'm never gonna give up. Fall down, I just gotta get up, yeah. Cause this is my road. Let's camera action.
You're listening to the Tom Ficklin Show on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Good morning, everyone. So glad for you all to be here with us today. My name is Dr. Chaka Thelda McIntyre, and I will be your host of a very endearing conversation that is near and dear to my heart today. We are going to talk about college success in our high schools. And I honestly thought of no other organization to think about when we talk about college success than an organization that is near and dear to my heart, which is Higher Heights Youth Empowerment Programs. And so we have the team here today. I'm going to call on everyone and ask you guys to introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll really go in deep in the conversation today about college success in our high schools here in Connecticut, okay? So I'll first start with Aaliyah. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aaliyah Brogdon. I serve as the College Access Coordinator for Higher Heights, and I'm also an alumni of the Higher Heights program.
Awesome. Welcome, Aaliyah. This feels so weird, but we're going to do this. Olivia?
Hi, everyone. My name is Olivia Pipe. I am the academic here at Higher Heights, and I'm also an AmeriCorps member with.
Awesome. Amber?
Hi, my name is Amber Fowler. I am a college access advisor for Higher Heights at Weaver High School in Hartford.
Awesome. And we have on the move, Miss Brittany.
Hello, my name is Brittany Johnson. I'm over here at Hill House High School as a college advocate.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. So who wants to go first? Tell us a little bit about Higher Heights, what you do, and then we'll really talk a little bit about, what college success means in our high schools today. So tell the world, like, what is Higher Heights? A lot of people ask that question all the time. You guys, after school program, you just take kids on trips. Like, what is Higher Heights?
I'll speak to it. So Higher Heights started originally as a college access program down in the city of New Haven almost 18 years ago. It's so weird to say that because it feels like yesterday. We have expanded. We now have a tutoring program. We now do SAT prep. We've been in the school systems working with high school students directly. We also have our after school components. We take our kids on college tours. We do a little bit of everything. My role with Higher Heights is I am overseeing all of the college access pieces. So I work directly with the advisors who work directly with the high schoolers. We do college applications, FAFSA, scholarship fairs. We take them to college fairs. We take them to see different colleges. As an alumni, I can say, like, if it wasn't for this program, I would not have seen half the schools that I did see, because sometimes there is no way to get out of the state in a timely fashion to do it. But somehow or another, Higher Heights gets it done.
So you talked a little bit about the tutoring program. Like, what does that look like? You said tutoring and SAT test prep. Who can tell us a little bit about that?
I can jump in. So yeah, I'm the academic coordinator, and I help to, run and supervise those programs. We work with students all over the state as well as outside of the state. We have students from across the country who've joined our programs, and we offer, really high quality tutoring and test prep to, really any kid that wants to, join our program and get involved. All of our tutors are really highly qualified. Many of them are certified teachers, who really want the best for our kids. And yeah, it's a really wonderful program, and we've been able to help a lot of students, for the past, 18 years, and just the few years that I've been here have been great in terms of helping students out. So it's been a really good experience.
So Aaliyah talked about she was an alumni. That's how she was introduced to Higher Heights. Olivia, tell us your story. How did you get connected to Higher Heights?
Yeah, so I serve with Higher Heights through Public Allies Connecticut, which is an AmeriCorps program. I think there are also, I know Brittany and I believe, we are also public allies on this call. And, it was an opportunity to be placed with an organization where we felt we could do some good and, really use the skills that we have to provide a service to the community. And I have an education background. I've been a teacher, I've been an educator, and I felt that, Higher Heights would be a great placement for me. And, they felt the same. So it ended up working out really well. And that's how I connected to the organization.
Awesome. All right, let's see. So Brittany and Amber. Brittany, I heard you say that you're a college access advisor at Hill House. Tell us what is that? What does that look like? Tell us more.
Over here at Hill House, I work directly right now with seniors, and I just help them complete their financial aid, which is FAFSA money from the state for them to apply for colleges. And I help them on their college journey, like if they need to take SATs and everything they need to complete their process for college and get them 100% ready and make sure they're meeting the deadlines and they are ready to go.
I see your board right behind you. That's a serious bulletin board.
Yeah, I wrote all over. So when the students come, they can know what they got to do to be qualified for that financial aid and the things that they got to complete during their senior year.
Awesome. How many students are you working with at Hill House?
It's about 186 seniors.
Wow. What's the goal for the building?
The goal for the building is 50% applications completed and about 80% for financial aid. And we have a financial aid night coming up on this Thursday to complete that goal, and hopefully we get there.
Nice. So the financial aid night this Thursday, is it virtual? Is it in person? How do we?
It would be in person up on the library, and we have Albertus Magnus and Promise coming over to help us complete the financial aid and for them to tell the students the things that they need to qualify.
Okay, that was going to be my next question on who are the other partners. So you said Albertus, and the organization also works in collaboration with New Haven Promise.
Yes.
Awesome. You said 50%. So the goal is not 150% of the kids are going to complete a college application. Is it like a particular deadline you're working on?
It's a lot of kids that don't necessarily want to go to college. They're not interested in going to a 4-year college. A lot of them are interested in joining the military or to go to post-secondary schools and to go to trade schools. So we're just trying to get them into something. So when they leave here, they're not doing nothing with themselves. So if they're involved in whatever interest keeps them, that's what we're trying to get them to do.
Awesome. You like your job? Do you like your job?
Yes.
Sounds like you like your job. Sounds like Olivia likes her job. Leah likes her job. Sounds like everybody likes their job. I like to call it walking in your purpose. If you do a job and it's not your purpose, it's the wrong job for you. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I see some head nods. Yep. Ms. Amber, tell us a little bit about your role and how you got connected to Higher Heights.
Well, to piggyback off of what Brittany said, basically as a college advisor at Weaver, we also help with their college essays and their college searches. And a lot of students, they may feel as though they can only obtain a community or associate's degree, but here I try to push for them to go at least experience being out of state and getting a 4-year bachelor degree, or even if they want to do trade school, I can still help them with their financial aid and vocational degree in that nature. So how I came across Higher Heights, I actually found out about it on Indeed, and I fell in love with the program and the organization. I actually wish it was something I knew about when I was in high school, because it would have helped me reach my potential quicker or learn about certain things that I had no attention or no idea about it before I was in college. So it was great.
So you said you're at which high school?
I'm at Weaver High School in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, so the organization, Aaliyah, let me go back to you, and Olivia. Where's the organization supporting kids in Connecticut? Because I hear Hill House, I hear Weaver. Connect the dots for us.
It's actually a statewide program. Our after school support reach students as far as London, Hartford, Waterbury, Hamden, New Haven, West Haven. We also have a couple community-based organizations that we partner with, so we are working with. And we also have our in-schools in the New Haven School District. We're in about 3 different high schools in New Haven and a bunch of schools in Hartford. Our reach is, at this point, every day it's something new. We're somewhere new. We're also assisting with water. We are everywhere and at all of the same times.
Olivia, where does your reach for the academic programs?
Right. So to echo that, the really one maybe upside of the virtual world that we are currently living in for the past 2 years is that we have been able to serve, a ton of students that might not necessarily otherwise be able to get to our offices in New Haven. So we've been working with, as Aaliyah said, students from, Hartford, New Haven, all of those, closer by areas. And then we've also been working with students from, honestly, I think pretty much every county in the state. We've had students come from all over, and that's been the upside of the virtual tutoring and test prep experience has being able to reach out to those kids. And I've had families who've worked with us who said, I have a cousin in New York or Virginia or something, or a friend in Iowa who really wants to enroll their student. Is that a possibility? And because of the virtual nature of our program now, it is a possibility, which has been really great. So we have even seen out of state students for I don't know if the first time, but since I've been here, we've seen a few out of state kids as well, which has been really great.
Awesome. I have in my notes, Olivia, that you also coordinate scholarship fairs. Tell us a little bit about that. What does that mean for success for kids?
Yeah, so I do coordinate scholarship fairs. We had a few last year, and we have, I believe, 3 coming up this year. Generally, what these scholarship fairs are about is, giving kids and parents who are, looking into, 4-year or 2-year colleges the chance to earn some scholarship dollars before they, get to those schools. So
is it money that Higher Heights is giving away? What?
No, yeah, it's money from scholarship organizations in the state of Connecticut, many of whom are in the community of New Haven, Hartford, those Fairfield County, those areas. We get a lot of different community organizations, fraternity and sorority organizations, religious organizations that have money that they want to give to, outstanding students in Connecticut. And a lot of those kids are in our programs. So we are able to, put together scholarship fairs that bring those, representatives from those organizations and parents and students together so that they can, meet each other and get a chance to see the opportunities that are out there for them.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit now, ladies, about college success. So anyone can take this question. My first question to you all is, what does college success look like here in our schools in Connecticut? And what role does Higher Heights play in that?
So I would say that, on my end with the, academic programs, the success that our students achieve in these programs really does help them, become prepared for school, especially the kids in our test prep programs. We're able to not just work with, SAT students who are the majority of our test prep kids, but also ACT students, even SSAT kids who are, taking entrance exams for private schools and boarding schools. So we've been able to assist a lot of students of different ages on their, journey to a secondary school, to college. And the tutors that we have available to them are very highly qualified, and they're really able to provide the individualized attention that these kids need, that they may not be getting in school due to lack of funding or lack of time. So we're really able to give them that one-on-one attention and provide them with someone who's there to really help them every step of the way and help them to improve before they take the a very important test, especially since not every kid may have the opportunity to purchase really expensive test prep courses or the opportunity to take the test multiple times. Our services provide a way for kids that might not have those opportunities to still get a leg up that they really need.
I'm sure there's a cost, right?
There is. Our sessions, if you are paying for our sessions directly, the SAT test program is $25 per session, which compared to
$25.
compared to the the normal cost of these programs is very inexpensive, but you're still receiving the same level of
High quality service.
Right, the same quality. And the tutoring program, the academic K through 12 program is $20 per session. So we definitely do make it very cost effective. And we also work with a lot of great partners who are able to provide the services free of charge to the students who enroll in our program through them.
Nice.
As well. So there is that option as well.
Nice. The only reason you got the what, right? That was like a Kevin Hart moment. The what? $25 for an SAT test prep course versus some of the courses that are out here, or programs that are out here for right now for SAT test prep can easily go into the 2000s, $1,000 or more for. So how good is your SAT test prep program? Is that too much to ask?
No, of course not. It's a great program. We've had a lot of, really wonderful success with it. We've heard nothing but, rave reviews from students and especially parents who have been really happy to, be able to find affordable, high quality options for their kids. Obviously they don't want them, getting left behind in this process. And, even if you have money to burn, the process can be really overwhelming and difficult to navigate. But, especially if you don't, it becomes even more so. So we, have been really lucky to be able to provide those services for the great kids that have, come through our program. And yeah, we do provide really top quality services. We have, tutors with master's degrees. We have tutors who, are certified teachers who've been teaching for 20 years. People who really understand the ins and outs of taking this test, all these different tests that students have to take and really understand, how to get kids from, point A to point B and make it successful for them.
Awesome. Brittany, I'm coming over to you because Hill House is near and dear to my heart. Absolutely love that school, love that building, love the staff there, the kids there. So what's the good work? What's happening over there? What does college success look like at Hill House, and how is Higher Heights going to impact that?
College success over here looks like all of the seniors like having their senior meetings, because a lot of seniors drag their feet, and they drag their feet because they don't feel like they have anybody here in the process with them. So since I've been here at this school, the kids have been excited about their acceptances. They've been excited about their steps forward, and they've been coming in to complete their FAFSA. And some of them, they don't have the support at home that they feel like they need to have at home, which discourages them in a lot of ways. So I've just been pushing to let them know that I'm here to be with them and I'm here to assist them, and we can move forward. Whether you have that assistance at home or not, you have that assistance at school. So don't let it discourage you, and you can still move forward. So my goal is really to reach about 80% of the seniors. And I know that kind of sounds like a lot, but it's a process. And the financial aid night and taking them on college tours and letting them see that people are actually here that want to help them and that we're here and not leaving them in this process is really, really beneficial to them. And you can really see the turnaround when they actually see that somebody is here and holding their hand and helping them, because they will literally stop if nobody is helping them.
How is it? What is it like working with? So Higher Heights is in the school. So if I heard this correctly, right? Higher Heights started as an after-school program, and now it's grown to where the staff, you all are physically in schools. Like Brittany, you're physically right now at Hill House. Amber, you're physically right now at Weaver. And so the organization is growing. Is the organization going to grow more? Like what's next for Higher Heights? Is there anything, what's on the docket? Tell us. If you guys are okay, that's great too. Let us know what's going on.
I feel like Higher Heights will grow more because even the students that are not seniors are tapping in to figure out what they got to do or what needs to be done. And the counselors, we're literally a helping hand to them. So they've been bringing opportunities and ideas our way on top of us bringing opportunities and ideas their way. So they don't feel like we're trying to do their job. They're literally working with us and helping make our job easier. So it's actually really good being in the building because the students see your face and they get familiarized with you. So it's easy for them to come to you and actually deal with it that way. So I actually feel like Higher Heights is something good for the building, and it's good that we're here and accessible to them every single day rather than just being here and being available to them on certain days.
Awesome. Anyone else? What's on next deck for Higher Heights? How are you guys growing?
I can say I laugh about this every day. Higher Heights grows at such a huge rate nowadays. What is the same on Monday is not the same on Friday. There is something new every single day. And I tell my staff this every day. What I said at 9 a.m. may not be the same at 2 p.m. So give us grace. But it's a beautiful thing to see, especially seeing where the program has come from to where we are now, and how much growth has happened. I think a dream and a goal for me is that we are in every school or every school district at least supporting the students in that capacity. And I know it's a big dream, but like at the rate we're going, we could probably be there by next year, next school year. So I put no limits on Higher Heights and where we're gonna go.
Awesome. Amber, why do you believe in Higher Heights?
I believe in Higher Heights because I believe in what the program stands for. A lot of the students that we work with are either first generation students or come from low income housing, or not low income housing, but low income households. And so I believe that Higher Heights gives the students the opportunity to work with or come in contact with people that may know their background or have a similar background and learn from them, and also work with them and give them the exposure. And I call it kind of a mentorship, and giving them the ability to know that they can reach their goals. And so I feel like the amount of students that we have already touched is amazing, and the amount of students that we can touch in the future will be great as well.
Talk to me. I want to ask you guys a really tough question, and think about this before you respond. But what do you say to, someone who says to a student in one of your buildings, either at Weaver or Hill House, because of the school that you go to, the only schools that may be of option to you are two-year schools? Or why don't you think about not going to school at all? Or do kids from Hill House even go to college? Do kids from Weaver even go to college? Those are over the years. Those are some of the myths that I've heard. How does Higher Heights address some of those myths?
I have not yet heard that, but if I would hear something like that, I'd be furious because, the sky's the limit for anyone. You don't have to limit yourself to what you can do, what you believe you can do based off what someone has told you. And so I always encourage them to, get your 4-year degree. You don't have to go to community college. You can go out of college, out of state, and whatever you dream or whatever your heart desires, go for it, because you can do it. Especially at a young age, you have the ability to learn from your mistakes earlier and grow from there on.
Anyone else? I know everyone's philosophy may be different, but how would you guys address those myths?
I actually was in a classroom last week and it was a substitute. And I was talking to a student and she whispered that he's not going to college. Don't even waste your time. And that alone made me very upset because don't limit him to what he's capable of. The person that he is now is not the person that he can be next week, is not the person that he can be next month. So I just continued on to what the things that I were discussing with him. I continued with what I was helping him with and continued with the process. And I made sure I told the whole class that the sky is the limit. The things that you don't feel like you qualify for, still apply for them, because you never know what their qualifications are or what they see in the person that you are or what they feel like you can be, just to push forward and to move forward. Because I just don't feel like you should limit anybody to those standards, whether how they act or how you feel like they act, because what your expectations may be, the next person's expectations are not the same.
Do you guys feel like we have low expectations of our kids in our community?
I feel like we do have low expectations to a certain extent when you have that mind state. But we also know that there's a lot of talent and a lot of artsy kids in our community that they just don't put it to use that way.
Okay. So I want to shift gears a little bit. We're coming out, hopefully not going back in, y'all, I tell you, of the pandemic, hopefully not going back in. But what are you guys seeing now? You're on the ground, from the academic services to the college prep services. Are you guys seeing a shift in the way that our students are engaging in their learning? Like Olivia, are you seeing students a different level of engagement in academics? Amber, Brittany, Aaliyah, are you guys seeing a different level of engagement in seniors and what they want to do with their post-secondary goals? Like, what are we seeing after kids are coming out of the pandemic?
I can say on the college access end, it's been a huge cultural shift almost. Students have changed course in understanding of the way they get to the end goal. They have their end goals, they have their want to get there, which is creating a shift for us as well. Students who may have said, oh, I can only go to a trade school to do this, are looking at maybe a 2-year or a 4-year program now and saying, oh, wait, no, there might be a little more out there for me. A lot more students are interested in a hybrid learning model, and they want to see, I can still have the flexibility of living my life while still going to school. So I think the cultural shift that's come with the post-pandemic craziness is the most interesting thing to see, and the mindset shift that comes with it.
Awesome. Olivia, what are you seeing in terms of academics?
Yeah, so I'm finding that, a lot of students have really taken the opportunity to, learn this new skill of, learning online and learning virtually. And they've really taken that opportunity and run with it. And I think, as Aaliyah said, they're, seeing new opportunities in terms of, how the pandemic has sort of changed the way that we work and changed the way that we learn. And I think that a lot of our students have really, even though it's of course been very difficult for kids to be learning, via Zoom and stuff like that, I think that a lot of our students have also, taken the opportunity to, really expand their horizons in terms of, what they imagine themselves doing in the future and how they imagine themselves doing it, and how, college fits into that plan. I think, there's a wider, the pandemic in a lot of ways has made our worlds, wider, because it has even further expanded our, use of technology, and as I said, how we work and how we learn. And I think that, a lot of our kids have been able to take advantage of that and will continue to do that, which is, great to see.
And in your role, Olivia, are we seeing students taking advantage of that through the tutoring services to advance their post-secondary goals?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have a lot of, kids coming to us, not, we don't normally get people coming to us just for the traditional sort of, oh, I, suddenly have, a horrible grade in this subject. I feel like that's kind of what it used to be, and maybe what, you know, people might think of when they think of tutoring is like, oh no, I'm failing math or something like that. I've got to, come in and get some extra help. And of course, we work with students in that position, but, the majority of our students are students that want to get ahead and that have, used this time really wisely and understand that, they can use us as an opportunity, as a springboard to, launch them to, their career or college, or just to advance, from middle school to high school or something like that. A lot of our students are very, high achieving kids that are using us to, become even more so. And I don't know if that would have happened to this same extent pre-pandemic. I think that the pandemic has shown people the, the importance of, online learning. And, as I said, for students that, maybe don't, live near us, or, students with disabilities, or anything that would prevent a student from doing this type of work in person, that barrier has been removed with this, which has been, maybe the one highlight of the the pandemic that I've noticed has been the removal of those barriers.
Is it true? I'm reading a stat here that pre-pandemic, higher heights would traditionally work with maybe 250 students, that during the pandemic, you guys serviced 800 students. And now even this school year, you're on track to service 1,000 students. Is that accurate? Like total, the organization, academic, and the schoolwork, Aaliyah?
I definitely believe so. That is on track. I wouldn't be surprised if that number is actually lower than what we've actually serviced by the time the school year is over. But yes, I do believe that that is on track.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. I do want to talk about an event that you all recently had in collaboration with the Connecticut HBCU alumni group. Can someone tell us about that event? Because I see here Higher Heights was instrumental in helping close to 400 students get up to Mohegan Sun, not to gamble, but to do something else. So talk to us about that event that you guys helped the CT HBCU alumni group with.
Yeah, we were actually able to bring a bunch of Mohegan Sun to just expose them to colleges that they would have never probably been exposed to in the past. There were about, let's say, 12 tables of schools with both representatives and just information on the tables. We also had a table set up just giving college access information and getting kids aware of the supports that are there. We took a bus from both of our school sites, Weaver and Hill House. The kids enjoyed themselves so much. They were so excited about just learning more about schools that they've just heard us talking about. Because Amber and myself are both HBCU graduates. So we have been pushing it in the kids' ears of like, hey, look at this school, look at that school. But they were so excited to see and be able to experience what a college fair is, let alone an HBCU college fair, and the camaraderie that comes with it, whether you're at one school or you're at a school on the other side of this country, how much of a family the HBCU connection is. They also were able to experience what two HBCU basketball games look like and the fun that comes with those. So they were super excited about just having a full day of experiencing something they may not have gotten in the past.
Awesome. So what are the upcoming events for Higher Heights? I see here you guys got a lot going on this week. And you have some new stuff coming up as we go into the school year. Who wants to share? Because I can't even go through the list here. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. Like Aaliyah said, there's something new. And I don't think the community really maybe didn't know until now. So I really thank you guys for sharing this, and didn't know all that Higher Heights, does to support the community and to support the state, especially with the FAFSA challenges and collaborating with school partners, you guys being physically in the schools. I think that's absolutely amazing. So I'll start with Olivia. What are some upcoming things in the academic realm for Higher Heights?
Yeah, so tomorrow on the 14th, we actually have an open house for our academic programs via Zoom. So anybody who is interested in learning more, about our tutoring and our test prep programs, we're going to hear from some of our tutors, and you will be able to, get the opportunity to learn even more about, what we do and how we can, maybe help you or help your child. And parents can register for this through our website. So that is something that we have coming up, immediately. And also, our plan is to hold some more scholarship fairs in January, and information about those will, of course, also be on our website and on our social media. But we, are really looking forward to, working with many more students in the future and helping them get, those scholarship dollars and prepare for, higher education through our tutoring programs, our test prep programs. And so if you're interested in any of that, I recommend the open house tomorrow.
Olivia, is the tutoring group, is it one-on-one? I'm not sure if I asked you that.
Yeah, so the K through 12 sessions, we offer those sessions in math, science, history, and English. And those sessions are all one-on-one. So you will get personalized, very individualized tutoring with a tutor, just you and them. And then our test prep sessions tend to be in groups, depending on the amount of students signed up at any given time. You may end up with a one-on-one session. You may get lucky and end up with something that's one-on-one, but we do really love the group model for test prep. We think it's great when, students can, hear their peers and learn from one another as well as the tutor. So yeah, our test prep is done in groups, but our academic tutoring is individual.
Is it small groups? Like what's the max size?
Yeah, so the max size is 5, and we do usually not even, enroll that many kids in a group. We tend to, stick somewhere around 3. So it is, very, very much, something where you are still able to get individualized attention for the entirety of the session.
Awesome. I love that. And folks can still enroll even now.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
we start a new test prep group in the first week of every month. So we are into our January. We're about halfway through our January groups now. Our test prep lasts approximately 4 weeks. Students are welcome to, sign up again if they would like to do so. But generally, our sessions are 4 weeks long, and so our next start date would be the first, somewhere within the first week of January after the holidays.
Awesome. Thank you. And Aaliyah, what's on deck in the college access world?
So much. So this Thursday, as Brittany mentioned earlier, we will be having our first FAFSA night at Hill House High School in partnership with the New Haven Promise and Albertus Magnus College. After the new year, we have our upcoming spring college tour, which everybody is so excited for. We'll be taking kids on a week-long college tour during February vacation. And we are still enrolling students that are interested in that as well. Please reach out to us to get an application for that and more information, or visit our website for the registration. We will be having some scholarship fairs, some more FAFSA nights, some pop-up application events. So we are fully rolling for the new year.
Awesome. Brittany, Amber, anything new going over in your buildings that you want to share with the world?
No, nothing is happening here. I'm just trying to buckle down on this financial aid night. So that's all that's going on over here.
And in person again, right? And I keep stressing so people know it.
Yes,
That's in person, in person.
Yes, it's in person on Thursday, December 16th from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Students and parents will receive one-on-one help completing their FAFSA.
Awesome, awesome. And then Amber, what's going on at Weaver in Hartford?
Actually, coming up this Wednesday, we have a collaboration with Goodwin University. So we'll basically be having a financial aid advisor from Goodwin University come in and talk to the students and talk to them about programs and majors that they can apply to or learn about. And also they'll be able to get inquiries and apply on the spot at Goodwin University. So that's very exciting.
Awesome. Well, I really thank you guys for being my guest today. I want to ask you, what is one thing about Higher Heights that you want to leave the world knowing? What is one thing you want to leave the world knowing about Higher Heights?
I would
That
say
we are here and determined to get your kid to college. So tap in with us.
I would say that our programs really are for everyone, and I want to encourage students of all levels to reach out to us, and parents who of any student to reach out to us, because there's always something you can do to advance yourself, and we would love to be the people to help you do that.
I would say that Higher Heights is here to help, as Brittany said, as Olivia said, and that it's not impossible to achieve whatever goals you're setting. You just need the right supports to do it.
Amber?
Like everyone said, we're here to help, but we're here to meet you where you are and help you elevate and go beyond your desires or measures. Yeah.
I really want to thank you all. I think today, Connecticut just became much more familiar with a great organization that's been around for 18, 19 years now. I do want to brag a little bit more about the organization and let people know that, when it was founded 18 years ago, it started with 25, 50 students and now has supported over 10,000. And you guys are the face of the organization. And it's really good to see that now the organization is partnering with schools like Hill House and Weaver. And I have here supports are going into high school and the community. I know Aaliyah said that before, like it's growing, high school in the community, Capital Prep in Hartford, some of the middle schools in Hartford, Common Ground High School in New Haven. I feel like I'm missing something here in my notes. And Olivia stressed that, the tutoring program is open to all. So there's no barriers to that whatsoever. So, I really thank you guys. I'm hoping that everyone goes to the website, which is www.higherheightsyouth.org to sign up for the SAT classes, tutoring sessions, the traditional college access program. If you don't belong to any of those high schools, you can still join Higher Heights. Aaliyah is still with kids on Saturdays. And the college tour, I don't know if Aaliyah, if you said this, but the college tour is open to anyone, anywhere from the state. The East Coast College Tour in February that the organization does is open to any high school student. So I think today's conversation has been joyous. So when we talk about college success in schools, Higher Heights is the motto. And bam, bam, that's my little plug moment. That's my happy dance. That's my happy dance. So I really want to thank you all and be well, continue to do great things. You guys are amazing. And thank you for joining us today.
guys, I got another rhyme, another rhythm for y'all to listen. I'm never quitting on my mission, I'ma roll with what I'm giving. Got some ambition, this new edition, filling positions. Looking at the void in myself and feeling what's missing. Better watch the way you going, better go in the right direction. In the moment you stressing, but you gon' be counting blessings. And I know that for certain, keep on working, open curtains. Haters swerving, cause they ain't ready for your final version. Whoa. I'm never gonna give up, fall down, I just gotta get up, yeah. Cause this is my road, let's camera action, I'm ready to go. I'm never gonna give up, fall down, I just gotta get up, yeah. Yeah, this is my road.